When you are looking at your vulnerable Democratic members in some of these states, what is the Harris effect? Is it a good one?
We have seen just a huge increase in energy all across the country. It's about making sure that we turn out the vote. And when people are energized and they know that they have candidates who are standing up for the issues that they care about, which our Democratic candidates are, they turn out and vote and we win. So this energy has been incredible across the country. You're seeing it at polling, and we're seeing it on the ground in districts across the country.
Well, we're covering a presidential race here and discussing it with you now, of course, Congresswoman, but there's another race underway right now, and that appears to be the race to identify Kamala Harris. And as I'm sure you know, the Trump campaign is out swinging with its first ad today. I know the Harris campaign is out with its own biographical type of message, but the Trump ad calls her failed, weak, and dangerously liberal. What's the counter argument?
Well, I think we have a campaign built on policies, actual work and accomplishments, and they have nothing to run on. Their campaign is Project 2025. It is taking away reproductive freedom across this country, and the voters are against that. In fact, 7 out of 10 voters in battleground districts say that Republicans have the wrong priorities. They hear that. They haven't changed, but we're out there with our message, talking about the work we're doing to help grow and strengthen the middle class, supporting families, protecting reproductive freedom across the country, standing up for our democracy. Voters are with us. And when we get our message out, we win. And we're going to continue to get that message out all across the country.
Well, Congresswoman, on message, given that you just mentioned Project 2025, which, of course, we have heard a lot of Democrats talking about, it is worth noting the director of that stepped down today in the face of, in part, some pushback from the Trump campaign. They released a statement today. This is Chris LaCivita and Susan Wiles saying reports of Project 2025's demise would be greatly welcomed and should serve as notice to anyone or any group trying to misrepresent their influence with President Trump. Congresswoman, what do you say in response to that?
I say it's not surprising that they run away from their agenda, because their agenda is not something supported by the American public. But that's who they are. They want a nationwide abortion ban. We've seen that in vote after vote. They want to cut Social Security and Medicare. We've seen that in policies that they've proposed. They are against voting rights. They are undermining our democracy. So these are not new things from the Republican Party. These are things that they have had as policy priorities for a long time. So it's not surprising they're trying to distance themselves, but at the same time, we're going to hold them accountable for where they really stand. The votes that they've taken, the policies that they've put forward, their extremism, the dysfunction. We're going to hold them accountable for that. And we have a great answer, great candidates who are going to stand up for working families, stand up for the issues that matter most to folks across the country, and stand up for our rights and our freedoms and our democracy.
Well, Congresswoman, you know, our poll also finds that Donald Trump is more trusted when it comes to a number of issues that are important to our audience here on Bloomberg, on managing the stock market, on managing the economy by way of interest rates, the price of goods, and so forth. As chair of the DCCC, you're talking to people on the ground who many of us will never be exposed to during this Democratic cycle. What do you hear from them when it comes to this issue, specifically of inflation and the negative association that they have when it comes to Democrats by way of the Biden administration in these past couple of years? What do you tell them? What would Kamala Harris do differently?
Well, we talk about how important it is that we continue to build a strong economy that works for families. We talk about the issues that are critical, the kitchen table issues, costs. People care about affordability. Housing is a great example. Housing is expensive all across the country. We need more affordable housing. So let's talk about the policies we can put in place to make sure we have more affordable housing across the country. The actual policies that we're trying to move right now, those are critically important. That's what we're talking about. We're talking to families, how we help with childcare, another important expense for families. Things like the child tax credit, the expanded child tax credit that helped reduce poverty across the country and help so many families. Those are policies. We have specific answers, and we know when we talk to families about that, we win their support. So we're going to talk about that and the policies we're putting forward. Republicans are doing nothing. Donald Trump's a supports tariff policy that would raise costs for American families. We support lowering costs for American families and making sure we have an economy that works. So we win on that. We need to continue to talk to folks across the country, make sure that they're hearing our message, and also that we're talking and speaking out against the mis and disinformation that's out there.
Well, Congresswoman, finally, as you talk about winning, I'd love to get your expectation onto just how many seats that you could not just win, but flip from currently being held by Republicans. Your Democratic leader, Hakeem Jeffries, in a recent donor email said that your Democrats are targeting 22 Republican-held seats. You, of course, only need to flip 4. But is 22 still the number with Harris at the top of the ticket, or do you think that can go higher?
Well, we're going to play in every district where we have opportunities, and we have 27 red to blue candidates who are running across the country, doing an incredible job. And they are authentic representatives of their district, talking about the issues that matter. So we've been running ahead. We've been outraising Republicans this entire cycle. We're in a very strong position. And we're going to win in places that you don't think about, in places like Alabama and Iowa, Nebraska, Montana, as well as New York and California. We have a big map. We have great candidates, great momentum, and people are supporting our efforts. So we're going to get that message out, and we're going to take back the House in November.